Yes, my name's John G. Sutton. Tales from the jails. This is my old cat badge. See that? HM Prisons. ER. Elizabeth Regina. That's the exact same cat badge I wore all the way through. Yeah. January 1975 to November 1985. So nearly 11 years, quite a long time, yeah. I was telling you in the previous video, disgusting duties, that I would tell you about the very number one worst duty that I had to perform. Right, okay, well, I was a hospital officer at the time, serving at Strangeways Prison. And what happened was we had an inmate came in who was suffering from a form of venereal disease. He had sexually transmitted infections, not one infection, but a number of infections. And not just down his willy, no. This guy had got them right up the jacksy. And I was the duty hospital officer with the doctor in A1 clinic on the sick parade when he came in, and he was complaining about terrible pains in his nether regions. So the doctor got the treat of actually examining this, and it turned out that what he'd got was what the doctor told me, and what he told him. He says, you're suffering from what was it, warts. They were like anal warts. And the problem was with these anal warts that they'd grown out all around his rectum, like a large kind of a miniature bunch of grapes all around his rectum. And the treatment was that they had to be painted twice a day with a form of acid to burn these anal warts away. And unfortunately, I was the hospital officer who got that job. It wasn't a pleasant job, let me tell you that, but you've got to do what you've got to do. So seriously, for the next, it took about 2 or 3 weeks for this treatment to take place. I wasn't the only one who did it, but there were other hospital officers when I was off duty. But when I was on duty, I've been in charge of A1 treatments and the clinic. That was my job, to paint his anal warts with. Got like a little bottle, yeah, a bottle something about this size, yeah, about that size, with a little paintbrush inside, a little paintbrush, and you dipped it in and painted the warts, yeah. So for about 3 weeks, that was my job. A disgusting, horrible, dirty job. So it wasn't all fun and laughter, believe me. Yeah. I also wasn't all that keen on dealing with those who were suffering from syphilis. And I came across one particular inmate who was diagnosed with syphilis, and he was in the latter stages. Of course, it causes insanity. Now, I was on duty in the hospital at Wormwood Scrubs, because nobody told me that this man was suffering from syphilis. Never said anything to me, I was just there for the nights, to watch over the inmates of the nights, and I inadvertently fell asleep, only momentarily, because I woke up. This guy was on my knee trying to kiss me, French kiss me actually, trying to stick his tongue down my throat. I don't know what it is about these inmates. I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm the most attractive character in the country, but I seem to attract them. Yeah, who was it? Oh yeah, the Cambridge rapist. He tried to jump out at me, grab hold of me. Kiss me, Mr. Sutton, kiss me. No chance. Here, meet your cell door. Boom. Get back in. End of story. Yeah. But this guy, Bernie Silver, his name was, he died of syphilis in the end. But just for one brief moment, he and I shared the same stool. I was half asleep. I was totally asleep. He threw himself on me, tried to, whilst I was in the midst of a slumber. I shouldn't have been asleep, obviously. I was in charge of the hospital ward at night. And I never fell asleep again, let me tell you that. Anyway, that's just a little brief Tales from the Jails, just to finish up with some of the most horrible incidences that I've had to work with whilst I was a hospital officer and a prison officer serving in HM prisons. And there you go, you can see that's my cat badge. Happy days. Hey, subscribe. Tales from the Jails. It's John G. Sutton. Google me if you don't believe it.